There's a brand new update coming to Bedrock Minecraft in just 2 weeks, the third update for this version this year alone, and it's likely going to receive 6 more before the end of the year, compared to just 3 for Java. Why is it then that there are so many more updates on one version than the other? Well, let's talk about what's planned this year to be Bedrock exclusive, because both versions of the game are going to get all of the major drops with all of the major features like the Happy Gas. However, then there are features developed only for the Bedrock version of the game because they just don't make sense to add to Java. A great example is the screenshot gallery. This was added in 1.21.30, and it allows you to take screenshots in-game and then store them not just to the game, but to your account, which means it will go between various devices, and it means you can share them with your friends without them having to actually see your worlds. This is a great way to store accomplishments, but on the Java version of the game, you would just take a screenshot and post it wherever you'd like to, and so the entire system is less necessary. Indeed, the same could be said for editor mode. This is a really cool tool that exists for Bedrock Minecraft that just isn't needed on Java, where these have been built by the community, and so editor mode is going to be getting a lot of upgrades this year thanks to those custom updates. Indeed, in a similar vein, there are lots of updates that allow Bedrock add-ons to get more powerful that just aren't needed on Java, because whereas Java modding basically operates on the principle of there are only some things you're not allowed to do, otherwise modify the source code, do whatever you want, the Bedrock version of the game has only specific things you are allowed to do, and they need to add to this list all the time. They recently made it possible to make a very early version of custom biomes, and so if you want to have super bright green or white biomes, you can now code those into your game, and so too can add-on creators. This is something that takes a lot of time for them to add, and the limitation of the system is why it's hard to do certain things with Bedrock add-ons. As an example, in Toycat's Toolkit, we wanted to have boats that could go up a block for ice, just like you see in all the silly meme videos, but you can't modify the base boat, and you can't just make another boat of your own, so we made a custom shield skiff, which kind of works like the Legend of Zelda equivalent, and this can do exactly the same, but then also it works as something else. Using creativity and the tools that already exist is really hard, but if you want to know what tools are about to be coming to Minecraft, I made a whole video showing some of those off. Yes, this was actually hinting at rideable giant mobs before they ever came to the game, although I don't think rideable bees are ever going to be seriously considered. Anyway, the final example of one of these that we have to bring up is the fact that parity between Bedrock and Java is something they take very seriously, and so almost every single one of these minor Bedrock updates that doesn't have a Java equivalent adds features that are on Java but not Bedrock. A recent example was changing the name of the enchantment table to the enchanting table, and a future example from the next update will be adding new custom superflat options. Basically, they are always needing to change things, and that is why Bedrock gets so many more updates than Java.